Reminds me of the Doctor Who episode with the Absorbaloth.
Absorbaloth?
Yeah, it was a monster that it like absorbed people, and then like their faces would be sort of embedded in its body. It was not a great monster. I believe it was actually designed by a small child as a contest.
Aww.
Oh gosh, I remember that episode. It was bad.
Yeah, it was
a bad episode.
Not Russell T Davies' greatest endeavor.
Oh well.
Which Doctor?
That would have
Do you
been
remember?
10.
Okay.
10, yeah.
Yeah. It was like supposed to be a small child's illustration came to life and is absorbing people. And it was also a small child's drawing that they made a Doctor Who villain.
I stopped caring about any Doctor Who after Christopher Eccleston left.
That was a long time ago. I mean, that was only one season.
You haven't
That
cared
wasn't
about
much Doctor Who.
Yeah.
As soon as they started putting it on the Sci-Fi Channel in the States, I started watching it with no knowledge of the history. So then I was later telling a friend about this new show that I'd been watching and really enjoying, and I knew that it wasn't a brand new thing, it had all this history, but I didn't know what it was. And my friend was like, isn't that the one where, like, the main actor changes every season or two? And I was like, is it?
No.
So you've watched No Doctors before or since?
I've watched them, I just don't care.
I mean, I will say that I'm actually a big fan of Christopher Eccleston's Doctor.
Me too.
Yeah. No,
He
you did a really good job.
He had a kind of a sort of danger, and like he had a kind of edge to him that Matt Smith and David Tennant didn't quite have in the same way.
He's a very serious man as his baseline, and then he randomly drops into goofy stuff, and I like that contrast so much more than being a very goofy man who randomly drops into serious stuff.
I also like that he didn't, like, a lot of the doctors end up with sort of their sort of doctor outfit ends up looking a lot like a uniform or whatever, whereas whereas Christopher Eccleston, he had like a leather jacket, and like he looked like somebody who would actually, like, he would just like fit in any sort of college campus, or like it felt like a really good time traveler outfit. It's like, yeah, he would probably fit in many different situations.
Yeah.
You didn't have like
Or at least in contemporary situations.
yeah, you didn't have like random question marks on his lapels.
I mean,
and
like,
different things.
Even when he went into fairly old stuff, people didn't really look at him twice because it was very simple cut clothing.
Yeah.
He wore like a sweater and a jacket and dark pants of no distinct cut or style or even like leather, and then materials that didn't stand out as being like artificial or modern.
The line I keep remembering from the Ninth Doctor is, lots of planets have norths.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're an alien, why do you sound like you're from the north? Lots of planets have a north.
I mean, not to say, I mean, Matt Smith and David Tennant also do a great job and have lots of good episodes and things. But
And Peter Capaldi.
and Peter Capaldi, yeah. But
There was an alienness to Capaldi's Doctor that
Yeah.
I remember Smith and Tennant's Doctors better, but they at times maybe were a little too human, where Capaldi, it felt like it was a different, more alien.
It's the timeline of Eccleston is the Doctor that falls in love with Rose and then dies about it, and then Tennant is the one that Rose actually likes back. So when your crush is reciprocated, you get a lot more humanness and warmth. And then Matt Smith was still not over it and was trying to replace it with other stuff. And then by Capaldi, now he's done.
well, like, Capaldi
He got over her.
explicitly, like, because what's her name?
Clara.
Was sort of in love with Matt Smith, and he sort of explicitly says, "I'm not your boyfriend, Clara."
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah.
And then Capaldi also had Bill, who I absolutely adored, and then the end of Bill's run on the show was so unfortunate.
But unfortunately, there have been a lot of
Very bury your gaze.
there have been a lot of excellent doctors with not so good showrunners.
Yes.
that have shown up, which is unfortunate.
Though, I mean, if we look at the history of Doctor Who, it's never really been a particularly high-end.
Yeah, it's a very uneven show.
Yes.
That's part of the sort of charm. Is that anything? If you're like, oh man, I can't believe they could do that. That totally ruins the mythology of the Doctor.
It's like
Trust me, they have done way worse
Oh, yes.
in the past. Like yeah.
Yeah, I want to say there was some sort of specific mythology that, like, at the start they wanted it to be a sci-fi show that was very, like, also incorporated educational stuff and was taking things seriously. Not one of those, like, bit movies that are full of, like, trash can monsters.
Yeah.
And, then
the Daleks
That lasted
appeared.
like 2
Yeah.
episodes.
literally a
Yeah.
trash can with a plunger duct
Yes.
tape to
Yeah.
it.
And a whisk.
And a whisk.
That sounds like everything I love about mid-century terrible horror movies, specifically the creature features. They're just like, oh god, I love watching like a bunch of teenagers scream their way off a beach, and then they cut to just some dude with a burlap sack over his head.
Or before we start the next thing, I would like to drive the.
Whoop.
What's up?
I would like to. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stick around, but I would like to drive the bus while I'm still here, if that's okay.
Very well. Yeah. Come on.
It is a great responsibility.
make sure you're not sitting on your cape.